It's the night before your home goes on the market. You've cleaned and prepped and are waiting with great anticipation to see how much people will offer you for your home. You are resting assured that with a hot market, your home will sell quickly. The next day comes. It's Saturday, and you have 3 realtors that schedule appointments to see your home. At the end of the day, your realtor tells you that 2 of the clients of those realtors saw their home, but one of them canceled because they found another home they liked better. No big deal. At least we had 2 people come through. Now Sunday comes and you have 1 showing. On Monday, your realtor recaps and it tells you that no one is interested in placing an offer on your home. You're disappointed, but you wait to see what happens, right? I mean, it's only been on the market for 2 days. A week goes by and you have a handful of lookers, but still no offers. Another week goes by and only 3 people came to look at your home all week. By now, you're starting to wonder if you're going to get what you wanted out of your home. Over the next few weeks, your home is still on the market, but there's just not that much interest in it. What happened? Why isn't your house selling? Well, while many things could be the case, it's possible that you and your realtor screwed up. And that's exactly what I want to help you avoid today. Don't screw up when it comes to selling your home. I've got some great tips to help you that you won't want to miss. But before I tell you what they are, let's go ahead and get started right now. Hi, my name's Stephen, and along with my wife Leslie, we get contacted by people all the time who want us to help them sell their home or find a home for them to purchase. Maybe that's you. If so, all of our information is in the description below that tells you how you can get hold of us by calling us, texting us, or emailing us, or you can even Zoom call with us. And as your local real estate agents here in the area, we would be more than happy to help. Also, if you like our channel, we'd love it if you click that subscribe button and tickle that little bell icon so that you won't miss an episode of all the things that we do here on Virginia Mountain to Valley Living. Like today, we're in downtown Waynesboro and just some really nice little shops down here, a few of them, and some decent little restaurants as well. If you haven't been to downtown Waynesboro, you ought to come and at least for one afternoon and enjoy it. So, have you ever known someone to have been in a situation like the one I described a moment ago? If you haven't, you've at least probably seen homes that were for sale for months and months and months. That's a bad thing, especially in today's market where it is more uncommon for a home to sit on the market for months on end than it is to see homes selling quickly. Many areas of the country are experiencing such low inventory levels that when homes do come on the market, they don't stay on the market very long. As a matter of fact, here in our local area, out of the 1,412 homes that have sold at the hottest time of the year, this year from April 1st to June 30th, nearly 57% of them sold within the first week of being on the market. Additionally, 1,039 have sold in 3 weeks or less. That means that nearly 75% of all homes listed, or basically 3 out of 4 homes, sold within the first 3 weeks in our area. But the stat that I'm about to give you that is probably the most powerful stat of all in this video is this. If you compare the time a home was on the market to what a home was sold for versus what it was originally listed for, the differences are staggering. Homes that sold within 1 week of being on the market sold for an average of 3% above their original list price. Now, here's a practical example of that. Let's take a home that sold within the first week and was listed at $500,000. With the additional 3% average increase, that means it probably sold for $515,000. Now, the big takeaway from this graphic is that the longer your home sits on the market, the less likely you are to get your asking price. Let's take that same $500,000 home. If the home sits on the market for 9 or more weeks, it will draw nearly 10% less than the original list price. Hence, after being on the market for 9+ weeks at just 9% less than that $500,000 list price, you'd receive about $455,000 for your home. Now, that's a huge deduction. And that's what this video is about, helping make sure you don't screw up when selling your home. Or maybe a more positive spin on that topic would be helping make sure you get full price offers for your home and maybe even more. Now, when it comes to listing your home, there's really 4 pillars of real estate that are really pillars of profit when it comes to selling your home. These 4 major factors when selling your home are price, location, condition, and marketing. And here's the thing, each is intertwined with the others, and not giving proper attention to all of them can lead to your home sitting on the market for weeks and even months. Now, I'm going to take them in order, which means I'm going to talk about marketing last. However, you don't want to miss this part. There's more to getting top dollar for your home than just putting a for sale sign in the yard and listing it on the MLS. And honestly, that's the extent of what many realtors do. And I'll tell you all about some of those things later. But for now, let's take a look at pillar number 1, price. I mean, isn't price usually the most important thing when it comes to selling your home? Don't you want to get as much for your property as possible? Well, in the vast majority of cases, that's a driving factor for most people. Now, people often ask Leslie and me what we think a house is worth. Now, while we can definitely give you an idea based on the data that's out there, the true answer is really this: whatever someone is willing to pay for it. The desires of all buyers are not equal. You may have some people that don't like the home that you're in, while others absolutely love everything about it and are willing to pay top dollar to get it, even if it means paying over that asking price. And sometimes it can be well over the asking price. Now, with that being said, here's some do's and don'ts when it comes to price. First of all, do list it for what it's worth. Don't list it for more than what it's worth. Like I said earlier, most people want to get all they can for their home. And in order to do that, Leslie and I typically hear several statements when we talk to people about listing their home. One of those is, I need to list it above market value so that when people make offers, I'll get what it's worth. Seems to make sense, right? I mean, when we buy a car, we always try to negotiate with the salesman so we can get a better deal, right? Well, in the real estate world, this is seldom the answer to getting top dollar out of your home. Why? Because people and their realtors know what homes on the market are worth. There's multiple websites out there that give us a basic idea of what homes in particular neighborhoods sell for. For example, if your home is worth $500,000 and you list it for $550,000, you'll probably get some lookers, but they'll fail to make an offer on your property, or they'll give you an offer that is much lower than your asking price of $500,000. Now, what happens next is like the story I told you at the beginning of the video. People have seen it, and most interested people who have seen your property move on because they realize that it's not priced correctly. Inevitably, you'll probably drop the price until you get it into a range that the home is actually worth. Now, the problem with this is that your home has lost what we call its pop. Because when home comes onto the market, it's new, and that's when you get your pop. This is one of the reasons why we see 57% of homes sell in the first week. They are priced right, and because of low inventory levels, people want to see that home. And if it's priced right, then you'll get an offer within the first week or less. Oh, and by the way, 23% of the total number of homes that were sold in our area here, they did so within the first 2 days of being listed. So with nearly 25% of all homes selling within the first 2 days, you cannot afford to lose the pop on your home. Now, on the positive side of things, listing your home at its proper value will get you more viewings quickly, which is going to lead to more competition because more people are interested in your home. And that will get you a better offer in the end. Now, here's another do and don't when it comes to pricing. Do realize hot markets help people sell homes quickly. Don't think your home will sell itself in a hot market. You know, all too often people think they can list their home for any price, even in a hot market. Now, of our sampling of those 1,412 homes, it took 6 months all the way up to a year and a half to sell 32 of those homes. And what was the one thing that all 32 of those homes had in common? They were all overpriced. As a matter of fact, they were all overpriced by an average of 14.1%. And the winner came in at 52.8% over its market value. That's a lot. So just because the market's hot doesn't mean your home's going to sell for whatever you ask. Now, the final do and don't I'll share with you today about price is this. Do be objective in determining the value of your home. Don't allow emotional attachment to cause you to overvalue your home. Now, this can be a really big thing, hard thing for some people to do. When they look at their home, they see all the time, money, sweat equity, or contractor equity that's gone into making their home what it is. Additionally, they remember all the special times they've had with their children, with their spouse, or with their friends in their home. Sometimes they even have other people telling them that they should be able to get as much for their home or much more for their home because of all the work they put into it. Can I just be harshly honest with you? The vast majority of people who will look at your home don't care about that. Now, I know that's brutally honest, but it's reality. Now, people will probably appreciate some of the things you've done to your home, but they don't have the same experiences in that home that you do. Their story has yet to be written in the home, and they just don't see your home through the same eyes that you do. Now, of course, the improvements you make in a home will always help increase its value, but it's not always at a rate that's commensurate to its actual value. As a matter of fact, one of the hardest things for people to cope with who are emotionally attached to their home is when they over-improve their property. Maybe they've got a $5,000 chandelier in their dining room that conveys with a home that is selling for $300,000. Now, your chandelier probably won't increase the value of your home by $5,000. Now, that may be an extreme example, but Leslie and I do sometimes see people who over-improve their homes and are frustrated when they don't get back out of it what they put into it. But here's the thing. It can really be hard to emotionally detach yourself from your home. Many of us have some amazing memories of having lived in our homes, especially if it's been for a longer period of time. We remembered where our daughter walked out the door for her first day of school. We remember teaching our son all about carpentry when refinishing the basement and transforming it into an amazing space. And we remember the times of laughter and eating popcorn in front of the fireplace while watching a movie or playing a game. We remember so much, and it can be so hard to factor our love for our home out of the financial equation. But I highly recommend you take as much emotion as possible out when determining the value of your home. This is actually a big reason why you should have a good realtor to help you. We're not emotionally attached to the home like you are. While we'll always appreciate the efforts that you've put into your home, we're going to see it more like buyers will see it. And we can help you avoid the pitfall of overpricing your home. So obviously, price is a huge factor when it comes to selling your home. But let's go ahead and let's move to pillar number 2, location. You've probably heard the realtor joke when it comes to selling your home. It's all about location, location, and location. Well, while we laugh about that, it really is an important thing that you'll need to consider when selling your home. Additionally, it's directly tied to the setting of that price for your home. Simply put, all locations are not created equal. For example, a home in good condition with privacy that is elevated on a hill in the Shenandoah Valley and has spectacular mountain views will most likely be considered more valuable than a property of the same size and in good condition that has views of the back of a strip mall and is near a busy intersection. Now, we all know that there are different neighborhoods that are more desirable than others. Homes in more desirable neighborhoods most often sell for higher prices. If a home is worth $500,000 in a desirable neighborhood, that same home were to be located in a neighborhood that is not as desirable might only sell for $425,000. This is why what I talked about earlier about improving your home is so important. Don't over improve your home for the location that it's in. Home values are also different, however, though, in different cities and towns, and of course they're different here in our beautiful mountains and valleys as well. For example, the median price of a single family home in Charlottesville over the past year was $566,500 versus the same type of property in Stanton, which was only $273,500. Now, while we may joke about location, it's a huge factor to consider when pricing your home. And once again, a realtor has the ability to see homes that have recently sold in and around your neighborhood. And we can help you make sure that you're not overpricing or underpricing your home. Now, our third pillar is condition. Simply put, would you give the same price for a home that needed work versus one that was immaculate and turnkey ready? Of course you wouldn't, and neither will your buyers. Now, there are many things that can be done to a home to make it more desirable. You can remodel, and that's very important because you probably won't get top dollar for a home with a 1970s kitchen-style kitchen. But while remodeling can be important, again, don't over-improve the home. Yes, the condition might be amazing, but you won't get your money back out of it if you over-improve it. Now, in addition to updating your home, which of course can be very expensive, there are some simple things, though, that you can do to make sure your home is more desirable. One of those things is just paint. It's amazing what a fresh coat of paint will do to brighten up your home and give it a fresh look. And when you paint it, it's best not to paint rooms with individual colors. Instead, use neutral colors throughout. If you've got carpet that has stains and is well worn, replace it. Now, I get it, that can also be a large expense, but you'll most likely recoup your money by doing this. Now, here's something that won't cost you much. A good deep cleaning of your home will go a long way to getting you a better offer on your home. Now, making sure things are dusted, windows are clean, floors are swept, etc., and make sure that they are always clean when people are coming to view your home as well. Another good thing would be to remove the clutter, whatever it is. If you have an overabundance of stuff in your home, thin it out. Put it in storage if necessary. Your home will look larger and much more open with fewer furnishings. And finally, minimize your personal tastes and preferences. Like I mentioned with the paint earlier, neutral is better. For many buyers, it's hard to see past a room that is painted in bright pink and it's full of your family memoirs and has an overabundance of furniture in it. You'll need to help your buyers see your home as a canvas upon which they can add their preferences. But here's the thing. While most of us take great pride in our homes, it's easy for us to become blind to the deficiencies in our home. That's why it's important to have a realtor like Leslie or myself, who's going to take a fresh look at the home with fresh eyes. Now, additionally, depending on the property, you may wish to stage your home, giving it a fresh new look. Yes, it does cost more, but it also pays compound dividends when getting more for your home. If you're in need of a professional stager, Leslie and I have people that help us transform homes all over the place all the time. So we finally made it to pillar number 4, the one I said you should definitely wait around for, marketing. Of all the things I've mentioned so far, this is probably the most overlooked pillar by both homeowners and realtors alike. Some people think that all you need to do is put a sign in your front yard, take a few calls, show it to a few people, and you're going to get top dollar for your home. Well, to that I would say, good luck. As a matter of fact, about 7% of all people that sold their home last year did so by selling it themselves, while 93% enlisted the help of a realtor. Now, if you think you'll be able to make more money by not paying a realtor, you should really think again. Because while the typical for sale by owner home sold for $310,000, the typical agent listed home sold for $95,000 more at $405,000. You see, there's so much more when it comes to getting top dollar for your home, much more than you might ever have realized. Which brings me to my first marketing tip. Number one, choose the right realtor. Now, this may sound like a no-brainer, but some of the ways in which people choose a realtor are not always the best ways. Many homeowners choose a realtor because they know them. That's good. I mean, I can see why many people do that, but just knowing someone doesn't always mean that they're the best for you. Some people call realtor.com or Zillow or are connected to a realtor that knows nothing about them and they know nothing about that realtor. And that realtor is going to help them purchase their largest asset. Now, it works sometimes, but did you know that out of the thousands of people that call realtor.com every day, according to their own numbers, only about 5% of those individuals who call actually close with the agent whom they were connected with? That means that for one reason or another, 95% of all people calling realtor.com didn't close with that agent. That's one reason why Leslie and I do what we do on YouTube. We want you to know us. And if you like what you see, we'll definitely give you the type of individualized service and support that you're looking for. But now, continuing to talk about choosing a realtor, there are some basic expectations you should have when your realtor markets your property. First, choose a realtor whose MLS actually covers the area in which your property is located. It never ceases to amaze me when I have a client that calls me because they saw a listing on realtor.com, but it's not in my MLS. Why isn't it there? Because the seller is using a realtor from another area that is maybe 2 or 4 hours away, and that listing can only be seen by realtors that are in the MLS area of that listing agent. Now, typically realtors don't look at realtor.com or Zillow because we have so much more information about properties in our own MLS that we use to help you find a home. Why would you as a seller not want your home to be visible to other realtors in the area that your house is rather than where the listing agent lives? It makes absolutely no sense. So please, before listing with a realtor, ask them if your listing will be in the MLS in the area where your home is located. Now, remember, also, when you choose to list a property with a realtor, it's the realtor's job to make sure your property is noticed, and your home won't get noticed nearly as much if realtors in that area can't see that home is for sale in their MLS. Also, choose a realtor that will include as many details as possible about your home on the actual listing, like room sizes, what levels the rooms are on, and details that include good detailed public remarks about your property. The more information people have, the more interest you'll get. Unfortunately, not all agents are created equal, and it's hard for me to believe that an agent who is listing an $800,000 property doesn't think enough of their seller to give common information about your home that will attract buyers. Why do I say that? Because I've seen it many times. Finally, make sure the pictures a realtor takes of your home look fantastic. In most cases, that means a realtor should have this job hired out professionally. The first impression people see of your home is usually online, and crappy pictures are going to turn people away. But what are some additional marketing strategies that you should look for when choosing a realtor? Well, what is your realtor's presence on all the major social media platforms? Will people see Instagram reels of your home? What about a TikTok video? Or hey, what about on YouTube? I can't say this enough. Your realtor may have an area visibility, but in addition to that, do they have nationwide and even worldwide visibility that is specifically related to your home? Yep, Leslie and I help folks from all over, and we create multiple types of social media videos for our sellers. And those videos and other information created for our sellers goes out on all the major social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok and of course YouTube. And it goes out to a worldwide audience. Is your realtor social media presence worldwide? Do they have buyers from France and Germany and England and Ireland? Do they have those, for example, who are looking to buy in your hometown? Like I say, a strong social media presence is just another tool in your belt to help you sell your home for the best price possible. And let's face it, the impact of social media today is huge. Now, there are other things about marketing, but I want to finish telling you how you can help yourself when marketing your home. The third thing under marketing is to be flexible and make it easy for people to view your home. Selling a home can be inconvenient, but don't make it inconvenient for your potential buyers. If you do, they'll likely just move on. What I mean? Well, we all have schedules, but it's imperative that you have your home available to show during all normal showing hours, usually from about 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. If your home is only available to be shown at certain times during certain days, then you're just not going to get the same amount of traffic coming through your home, which could lead to less competition. Also, make sure large pets that could get out of the house or pets that would intimidate a buyer are taken out of the home during showings or that they are kenneled. One of the quickest ways to get a buyer to leave a home is to walk into a home and not feel comfortable being there. Remember, be flexible. Wow, I know that was a lot of information, but my goal is not to give you just basics, but to help provide lots of information so you make sure you get full price or even better offers on your home. There's so much more that Leslie and I could tell you about selling your home, so let us help you, like we've been able to help so many other people. But in order for us to do that, we count on you to contact us. As I said at the beginning of the video, all of our information is in the description below. You've seen our videos. That's us. I mean, we're just local residents who want to see you happy and satisfied when selling or purchasing a home. So, don't screw up when selling your home. We're here to help. But until next time, I'll see you around town.